So here's what we have as of today. Russia has unilaterally changed the power structure in Europe. What is the West doing about it? Slapping sanctions. We've been telling you about this for a while now. The West's threats and now the actions. The US has sanctioned Russia. Australia has sanctioned Russia. So has Canada, the United Kingdom, Germany, Ukraine, the European Union and Japan. Now, these sanctions have been packaged under different names. The EU is calling them the initial sanctions package. The UK is calling them the first tranche of sanctions. They all target the Russian economy. China says this is not the best way forward. And for a change, China is right. Sanctions do not work. Russia was sanctioned in 2014, remember, after it took Crimea. And that did not stop Russia from taking Donbass. In 2014, the US, the EU, Canada, Japan, Switzerland and Ukraine had sanctioned Russia. They targeted Russian banks, Russian companies, even some citizens. Did that help? I will answer that question for you with another question. Did you know that the company that owns Nord Stream 2 is sanctioned by the United States? The name of the company is Gazprom. It controls the $11 billion gas project, Nord Stream 2. Then we come to the UK. They too sanctioned Moscow. But between 2014 and 2021, Russian companies raised at least $1.8 billion a year on the London Stock Exchange. So much for sanctions. If the West is serious about punishing Putin, it needs a better strategy. Do they have one in Donbass? Well, not yet. They're giving Russia the same vodka in a new bottle. The US, for example, has sanctioned 2 state-owned banks. Blocked from trading on US and European markets, their American assets frozen. Impact on Russia? Some market volatility. But Putin is prepared for this. Russia has enough and more reserves. More than $600 billion in gold and forex reserves. Also a concrete plan, it seems. The Russian finance minister told Reuters that all bank deposits, transactions and foreign currencies will be secured. The UK too has sanctioned Russian banks. But most of them are pretty small players in the Russian economy. Here's something else that you must know. Post-Crimea, Russian state banks cut their exposure to Western markets, meaning these sanctions won't hurt them very much. The UK has also sanctioned some Russian billionaires. They've been on the US sanctions list since 2018, these same people. So what new is the UK doing? Targeting banks is proving to be fruitless. Targeting already sanctioned individuals is senseless. What about Russia's dream project, the Nord Stream 2? Well, Germany has halted it, not stopped, halted. What's more, the first phase of this very same project remains unaffected. I'm talking about Nord Stream 1. That pipeline, Nord Stream 1, still continues to supply Russian gas to European markets. So for now, Russia's gas suppliers remain unaffected, which means the sanctions so far are cosmetic. They're not closing Kremlin's currency taps. The West knows that Russia has diversified big time since 2014. It has moved away from US treasuries and from the US dollar. Today, the euro and gold account for a bigger share of Russian reserves. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov recently brushed off Western sanctions. He said we're used to them. We know that sanctions will be imposed anyway, in any case, with or without reason. So let's not waste time discussing these sanctions anymore. Instead, let's tell you what countries can do or could have done if they were serious about punishing Russia. The UK, for instance, could have cracked down on Russian oligarchs and their families, the ones staying in London. Some of them even have British passports. The UK could also have sanctioned Russian companies. At least 31 of them are listed on the London Stock Exchange. Their combined market value is £468 billion. That's more than $600 billion. Hitting there would have hurt Moscow. If Johnson is serious about punishing Russia, he can start by freezing these businesses. That might make Russia rethink. That might also earn Johnson some much-needed political points at home. Right now, he's being called out for his half-baked sanctions. Experts say they lack bite. And Boris Johnson knows this. So does every Western leader. There is a reason why these countries are only slapping symbolic sanctions on Russia, because starting an economic or trade war will boomerang. It will hit Western energy industries. And if that happens, how will the US and its allies drive their pandemic growth? WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.